Hey, what's going on YouTube fam? Today's video is about today's breaking news, which is EPA Chief Pruitt resigning after being faced with so many alleged scandals and ethics violations. So let's watch this video of CNN covering this breaking news quickly, and then we will talk about it afterwards.
Embattled EPA Chief Scott Pruitt out tonight after months of ethics scandals and questions about his conduct. President Trump tweeting aboard Air Force One, "I have accepted the resignation of Scott Pruitt as the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency." Trump praising Pruitt's work rolling back regulations, long a goal of conservatives, but making no mention of the scandals against him, writing, "Within the agency, Scott has done an outstanding job, and I will always be thankful to him for this." The ethics questions have mounted for most of Pruitt's time in the administration, from his expensive security detail to costly first-class travel, his housing situation in Washington, and even his wife's desired Chick-fil-A franchise. Pruitt back in the news just this week. CNN reporting that a whistleblower alleged Pruitt and his aides scrubbed his public schedule to hide contacts with industry representatives they thought would look bad. Throughout it all, Pruitt managed to hang on, even as the White House lost confidence in him. But Trump, counseled by Republican officials that Pruitt was making gains rolling back regulations, stopped short of letting him go.
I'm not happy about certain things, but he's done a fantastic job running the EPA, which is very overriding, but I am not happy about it.
Just yesterday, Pruitt appeared to be in good standing with the president.
So let's see some of the allegations that have been put against Pruitt. You know, one of the first ones was he was alleged to asking from the Republican Attorney General's Association to let his wife get a $200,000 job with them, which is considered a potential violation of ethics law. Another one was he was asking aides to put their hotel rooms and other expenses on their own personal credit cards rather than his. He also, for a while pleaded Trump to fire Jeff Sessions and let him take, the Attorney General's spot. Then he also installed a former political crony as the head of the office dealing with public information requests at the EPA. But the biggest issue or the biggest allegation was that he asked his aides to keep two separate records, right? One, a private one, and another one which would be public. But the public one would remove all the potentially toxic meetings. Now that right there, for me, is the biggest issue ever, because in the era of all these Russian investigations and everything going on, for an EPA chief to have this type of, ethics going on in the background really begs to raise the question, what type of meetings is he having? Is he, because, a lot of the allegations are that, Trump hasn't met with a lot of, Russian oligarchs or Russian, middlemen, but he's meeting them through these people, So, for example, Flynn, Cohen, and all these people are under fire because of that. And now was Pruitt another one that was, doing Trump's bidding on his, on his behalf. So we don't know. But for an EPA chief to be able to get away with so many things for so long, it is pretty mind-boggling, But at least he quit today, so that is somewhat of good news. But then again, we are talking about ethical violation, allegations of ethical violations, which are pretty much all over this party's area, or all over this party's atmosphere right now. So so that's really what I think. I'm glad he resigned. It was either that, or it would have probably gone a step further, and people would have been asking for his for him to get fired left and right, putting more and more pressure on the administration itself. So again, guys, that's my own 2 cents. Comment below, let me know what you guys think about this situation, and I'd love to hear back from you guys. All right, take care.